Daylight, my MVVs, welcome.
Our people say the bird that forgets who clipped its wings will think it can fly forever until the sky reminds it of gravity. Report getting to us right now is that Ebonys family Stone Palace demand new crown, okay? Ìyá Ìbílẹ Ìfẹ, mother of Ife tradition, to challenge Naomi's honor. So basically, they are demanding for Ebonys title. They are the one who came up with the title. They said the title is called Ìyá Ìbílẹ Ìfẹ, mother of Ife's tradition. And the reason why this is coming right now is because of the title that is causing so many problems. Now, let me I want to give you a foundation of this title thing. Now, there is a crazy drama that is going on right now in Ile-Ife. A lot of people do not know. I saw the video I did yesterday about the title, clash between the Alafin of Oyo and the Oni of Ife. Somebody went to that comment section and was saying that Yoruba kings, that Alafin of Oyo can never ever say that bloggers have started again. Well, I don't know if I will always tell you that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media, okay? So, I would never argue with you guys, right? But however, now when this title thing started, when the Alafin of Oyo gave Oni of Ife 48-hour ultimatum to bring down that title that was conferred on that man, they now started having some title clashes inside the palace. Now, you do know that in every traditional community, traditional people love titles so much. And so there's always this, what do you call? They always try to hustle titles, okay? Like in the Igbo land, they will give so much money, they will pay so much, they will do corporate social responsibility, they will do so many things just so that at the end of the day or the end of the year, the chief will recognize them for certain titles. People are interested in certain titles. So right now, there were a lot of people inside the palace who were interested in certain titles, and those titles were not given to them. When Oni of Ife conferred this title on that chief, even internal politics is part of what has been going on with this drama. But this is not something I want to get involved in, okay? But now, why is this title thing coming up? That was how the news broke out again that Naomi they have reserved two for Olori Naomi. Yes, that two titles have been reserved for Olori Naomi. Now, you do know that this discussion, Kabiyesi had this discussion with his chiefs, not with, his wives or people inside the palace. They had the discussion amongst themselves. Now, they were all in agreement, but apparently there were people who did not like the fact that these titles have been reserved for Olori Naomi. Now, it's also imperative for you to understand that on the day that they will give this title to Olori Naomi, they are giving a title to another, I think 2 other women who have contributed so much to a lot of stuff. Even one really contributed to this the unification of Olori Naomi and the Oni of Ife. So they are those titles will be given to those women and all of that. So apparently those people who didn't get titles and who have not gotten any kind of title the entire year are very upset, and they have been making this title drama. And that was how this information leaked out, that 2 titles have been reserved for Olori Naomi. And now Ebonys family, which happens to be a very strong family, okay? They have come up and they said their own daughter deserves to have the title of Ìyá Ìbílẹ Ìfẹ, mother of Ife tradition. Yes, they said their daughter deserves to have it. But the problem right now is, are you the one who will tell Kabiyesi what title to give to who, or Kabiyesi deems it fit that this title this person deserved this title? That is the question that everyone is asking right now. They say when the news broke out that Queen Naomi was being conferred with not just one but two powerful titles in Ile-Ife, Ebonys family could no longer contain themselves. They felt insulted, sidelined, and humiliated. To them, it was not just about Naomi receiving honor. It's about, their daughter being reduced to nothing in the palace she had fought so hard to belong to. They saw Naomi, who was not even from Ile-Ife by birth, being lifted so high while their own bloodline, deeply rooted in Yoruba land, is ignored. That is the breaking point for them. They said Ebony's family arrived the palace in a heated group. They did not come quietly. They came with anger, with voices raised, with determination to make their grievance known to the Oni and his council. They demanded that if Naomi could be given the title of Ayaba Ife at Tata and also Olori Ase Ife, then their daughter Ebony must be given a title that could stand beside it. They called it Ìyá Ìbílẹ Ìfẹ, meaning mother of Ife tradition. To them, this is the only way to balance the honor. They said it is not right for Naomi to carry two crowns of recognition while Ebony stood with nothing. They argued that Ebony had been loyal, that she had endured in the palace even when things were difficult, that she came from a family that carried the tradition of the land. They reminded everyone that Naomi is an outsider, not born of Ife, not raised in the tradition, and yet she is being celebrated above their daughter. And why should it be like that? They said the family spoke boldly before the palace chief. They said they would not sit back and watch their lineage be humiliated in this way. They insisted that Kabiyesi must recognize Ebony with a title that gave her equal standing, something that would silence the whispers that Naomi alone is chosen. To them, Ayaba Ìbílẹ Ìfẹ is not just a title, it's a statement that Ebony's presence and her root matter. It's a way of saying that tradition still belongs to those who carried it by blood, not by marriage. Kabiyesi, they said, he was just there listening to them. He did not dismiss them outright, but it was clear he was not pleased with the way they came storming into the palace. He told them that titles are not demanded, they are given. He explained that the throne did not bow to family pressure or anger. He reminded them that Naomi's title is not political gift but recognition of her unique role and her destiny. He said that it is not about where she was born but about what she carries, okay, what she represents to the palace and to him as Oni of Ife, and that is why they are giving that title to Olori Naomi. But Ebony's family would not back down. They pressed harder. They said if Naomi could be honored in front of the world, then Ebony must not be left in shame. They made it clear that without recognition, they would see it as a deliberate insult to their lineage. To them, Naomi's alleviation is directly Ebony's downfall, and they would, not let it go unanswered. But the thing is that when people begin to think this way and families begin to think this way, do you know that they are the ones who continue to fuel this jealousy in Ebony? Because you should never think that another person's, recognition or another person's growth is your own downfall. If you think that way or you encourage your child or anybody who is around you to continue to think that way, you're not doing them any good. You're doing them the very worst thing that you can do to them. Going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, modern, verified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.